existing woman. A black woman. Preacher. She got up and she addressed the crowd. And mainly in this crowd, white men. It was a suffragist meeting. And these men, they were hollering about how a woman should be treated and that a woman should have the right to vote. She made such an impact that So much so that we're still talking about it in 2012. That was 161 years ago. I'm talking about Isabella Free, who had a mandate from God, heard the Lord say, change your name. What should I change it to, Lord? He said, sojourner. Because you got to take a journey. He said, truth. Because you ain't nothing but the truth. You gonna preach the truth. You gonna tell the truth. She was an illiterate ex-slave, an abolitionist, a suffragist, an author, and a preacher. She traveled this country preaching and teaching and speaking truth to power. She packed out churches, public gatherings, and facilities, powerfully proclaiming the gospel, crying loud and sparing not about dissolving the atrocities and the inequities born against the American Negro and women. Sojourner Truth was one of the leading African-American abolitionists of the antebellum era. She was an outspoken advocate of women's rights, and she was powerful. She stood 6'1". She was black as midnight, and she had muscles all over her body because she was a field slave, and she was one of the fastest workers that they had. She was so powerful that there was a rumor that began to spread. And they said, can't no woman be that powerful? Especially no black woman. No ex-slave. No, that's just a man acting like a woman. So Sojourner said at her next meeting, we're going to handle this. Y'all want to talk? You don't think that a woman can be as tough? A woman can be as bad? You don't think that a woman got a call from God? I'm going to show you. And she began to unbutton her blouse. And she revealed her breasts. And with shocked mouths hanging on the floor, she buttoned her blouse back up and said, now let's get back to business. Sojourner was a woman of God that realized her purpose. In spite of the atrocities that were being committed against her people, she didn't let the threat of danger shut her up. You know they wanted to kill her. Anytime you speak truth to power, the enemy wants to shut you up. But when you're in your purpose, say what you're going to say. Well, what the pastor said last night, bring it on. Bring it on. Because I have a purpose. See, the threats, they didn't discourage her. What they did was encourage her to move continually in her purpose. Sometimes you wonder, Lord, I'm doing all I can do to serve you. Lord,